Today is November 20th, 2025. Good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning, community. Good morning, family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rise and shine this morning. Rise and shine this morning. Rise and shine this morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Have your way this morning. In this shift, November 20th, 2025, the last Thursday before Thanksgiving. I can't believe Thanksgiving is next week. I'm just beside myself. The Thanksgiving is next week. Christmas trees are going up. Ugh. Whatever. I hate the holiday season. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning all. Good morning. Rise and shine this morning. Rise and shine this morning. Rise and shine this morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's begin. In this shift, rebuild. In this shift, rebuild. In this shift, rebuild. You have to break yourself down to rebuild yourself stronger. You have to break yourself down to rebuild yourself stronger. You have to break yourself down to rebuild yourself stronger. Amen on that one. When defeat comes, accept it as your signal that your plans are not sound. Rebuild those plans and set sail once more toward your coveted gold. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. In this shift, rebuild. In this shift, rebuild. I think it's important that we rebuild an atmosphere of forgiveness and civility in every aspect of our lives. I think it's important that we rebuild an atmosphere of forgiveness and civility in every aspect of our lives. Good morning, good morning. Yes, in this shift, we're talking about rebuilding. We're on this R-train experience, these R-words experience, and I don't know when I'll be finished with them. I'll just keep going, keep going. But as I shared with Pat Shannon, if you pay attention to these R's, you understand this journey that I'm on. And now I'm at the phase of rebuilding. When the storm has passed, put your energy into rebuilding your life. Don't waste time looking back. Baby, don't waste time looking back. It is time to rebuild. It is time to move forward. It is time to pick up the pieces. It is time to pack your bags. It is time to move forward. It is time to move forward and move on. I have done what I can. I have done what I could do, and I'm no longer need to be in spaces and places where the work is done. The work is finished. It's time to move on. It's time to do other things. So those in my community who are looking for me, I'm rebuilding, and I'm starting here. I'm starting in this place, in this space. I'm rebuilding. So yes, it is time to rebuild. It is time to rebuild. Life is best enjoyed when time periods are evenly divided between labor, sleep, and recreation. All people should spend 1/3 of their time in recreation, which is rebuilding, voluntary activity, and never idleness. I don't know about the never idleness. Sometimes idleness is some things we need to do. All the muscles were gone, so that was a real tough time of rebuilding all of that. But you have a deadline. You have an obligation. You said that you will commit to this part, and I can't live with myself for not really giving it as much as I can. Continue. Yes, absolutely. Continue to rebuild. Continue to build. Continue to build. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm at. So if you're looking for me, this is where I'll be on Thursday. You're looking for me, looking to see me, looking to hear from me, this is where I'll be on Thursdays. It is neglect of timely repair that makes rebuilding necessary. It is neglect of time, is the neglect of timely repair that makes rebuilding necessary. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. What did I do? What did I do? In this shift, rebuild. I can see in the acorn, the oak tree, I can see the growth, the rebuilding, the restoring. I see that as the American psyche. There is so much we can draw understanding from. One of the lessons in the development of the development of courage, because without courage you can't practice any other virtues consistently. It takes courage to rebuild. It really does. It takes courage to rebuild. It takes courage to put it all together, put your life back together. It takes courage to rebuild. And I'm in the building phase of my life. It's Jane Fonda said, the first 30 years was one thing. The second 30 years was, The last 30 years, when she turned 60, she was facing the last 30 years of her life. And she's like, I'm not doing, good morning, Blue, good morning, Kenneth, good morning. She said in the last 30 years of her life, she is going to have no regrets. She's going to do everything she can possibly do and have no regrets. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. It is time to rebuild. It is my time. It is me time. It is me time. It is me time. It is me time. Getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning, that's me time. That's the best time. That's me time. So I'm taking care of me, moving forward, taking care of me. I've done New York Stars of Dance on last Friday. It was an amazing experience. Now I'm rebuilding from that experience, but it was an amazing experience. The rehearsal times and actually doing the dance. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of UDA, Uptown Dance Academy, Vicky and choreography and crew. Thank you for Cheryl Todman for inviting me, asking me to participate, even though I had 2 weeks of rehearsal. It didn't matter, a week and a half, whatever it was. It didn't matter. I was able to do it. And I'm happy and I'm proud I was able to do it. I'm happy and I'm proud I was able to meet this new challenge in my life. And I am rebuilding. I'm walking in a new path. I'm walking in a new path, not turning back. I'm just keeping forward. I'm just moving forward. I'm taking control. I'm moving forward. This is where I'm going to be. If you're looking for me, like I said earlier, if you're looking for me, if community is looking for me, here I am on Thursday morning. Here I am on Thursday morning. The reality is that you will grieve forever. You will not get over the loss of a loved one. You will learn to live with it. You will heal and you will rebuild yourself around the loss you have suffered. You will again be whole, but you will never be the same. Nor should you be the same, nor would you want to be. And that's grieving over a lot of stuff. And that's grieving over a lot of stuff, just not a person, not a particular thing. That's grieving over other stuff. And, I'll never be the same, nor should I be, nor should I want to be. But you've learned to live with the loss. You have focused only on the negatives and not enough on the incredible stories of the human spirit, of rebirth and rebuilding. That's equally important as the tragedy. There's many sides to every story. There are some negative sides and there's some positive sides. What you gonna focus on? What you gonna focus on? What you gonna focus on? Focus on the resilience. Focus on the ability to change. Quite literally, your gut is the epicenter of your mental and physical health. If you want better immunity, efficient digestion, improved clarity and balance, focus on rebuilding your gut health. Focus on rebuilding your gut health. In this shift, we're talking about rebuild. In this shift, we're talking about rebuild. Only in the shattering can rebuilding occur. Only in the shattering can rebuilding occur. Only in the shattering can rebuilding occur. In this shift, we're talking about rebuilding. We must trust and we must have faith, and so we rebuild. Because what is building and rebuilding? Rebuilding again, but an act of faith. Come on this morning. We must trust and we must have faith. And so we build, because what is building and rebuilding again, but an act of faith. You walk by faith, not by sight. It is the action of faith that keeps you to help you to move forward. It's the action of faith that helps you to rebuild. It's the action of faith that helps you examine your situation and what you need to do, what tools you need to rebuild. I'm in this rebuilding phase. 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 I'm moving forward, doing what I gotta do, and I'm happy about it. I am moving forward. In this shift, we're talking about rebuild, taking control of some things, taking control of some things that you can control. And what you can control is how you perceive a situation and how you perceive your life and how you tell your own story and your own narrative. Because there are other narratives out there that you cannot control. You cannot control other people's perception of a story. You cannot control other people's narrative of a situation. You cannot control it. So you got to let it go. You got to let it go and focus on you and focus on your narrative and focus on your life and focus on your rebuilding. So yes, I'm in the rebuilding phase. Yes, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. Rebuilding us. Isn't that what the Spirit requires when we climb over the wreckage of our lives? Sometimes we go to make our lives our own affirmation. We are perfect expressions of perfect love here and now. There is no permanent injury. There is no permanent injury. There is no permanent injury when you're rebuilding yourself. Building your dream life is filled with things that can feel like the opposite of a dream. Mistakes, delays, starting over, failure. The building part is actually more of a rebuilding than it's a continual process. The building is not linear in nature, but far more interesting. You might start a creative dream, take the next step, and find yourself completely bored, dissatisfied, or just not inspired. The building is actually more of a rebuilding that is a continual process. The building is not linear in nature. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning. The building is not linear in nature, but far more interesting. We're in this rebuilding phase. We're in this rebuilding phase. We're in this rebuilding phase. It is time to rebuild. It is time to rebuild. What is going on here? What is going on here? I deleted it? That doesn't make sense. In this shift, we rebuild. I do not wish upon anyone a descent into hell. But if your life has been turned inside out in order for you to know yourself, if the shadow of a shaman crosses your path and you turn and follow it down, I pray that you use force wisely. I hope that you take the ultimate responsibility for your actions and that you consecrate any destruction to rebuilding of your higher self and a more radiant life. Let me read that again. I do not wish upon anyone a descent into hell. That's what I agree. But in your life has to be turned inside out in order for you to know yourself. If the shadow of a shaman crosses your path and you turn and follow it down, I pray that you use its force wisely. I hope that you take the ultimate responsibility. I hope that you take the ultimate responsibility. I hope that you take the ultimate responsibility for your actions and that you consecrate any destruction to rebuilding of your higher self and a more radiant life. Amen on that. Amen on that. In this shift, we're talking about rebuild. In this shift, we're talking about rebuild. I'm interested in taking a form, breaking it apart, and then rebuilding it. It is also about transformation for me. It is a very core notion that stabilizes my practice. In this shift, rebuild. In this shift, rebuild. In this shift, rebuild. In this shift, rebuild. Only in the shattering can the rebuilding occur. Only in the shattering can rebuilding occur. In other words, you can't rebuild. Ooh. We rebuild when there's a shift in our lives. We rebuild when there's a shift in our lives we cannot control. We rebuild in our lives when the shift of tearing down something is in order to rebuild and build something stronger, build something newer, build something firmer and stronger. Hope alone will never change the state of your life. Hope simply comes to inspire you. Hope prophesizes on your future. Hope enables you to stand up and rebuild, to stand up and live. Hope. Hope is the ingredient for rebuilding. Hope is the ingredient for rebuilding. Good morning, Renee. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to In This Shift this morning. Today is November 20th. We're talking about rebuilding. We're talking about rebuilding. A loss is a loss, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. It hurt because it mattered. It is not. Let not others decide whether it should hurt or not, or how long it should. Take time to heal. Give yourself time. In addition, a reminder: we cannot snatch back what is lost from the brutal hands of time. We can only start building something even better now. Focus your energy on rebuilding, and your pain will soon fade away. I promise you that. Amen on that. Amen on that. In this shift, we are rebuilding. In this shift, we are rebuilding. Good morning. I'm so glad, Diana, you caught me this morning. I am so glad. I'm telling everybody, if you're looking for community, if you're looking for me, I'll be here Thursday mornings. And if there's a change, there'll be a notification of a change. But I'll be here on Thursday. I'll be here on Thursday. I wasn't here last Thursday because I was working on New York Stars of Dance. And I was rehearsing and practicing, and I was tired. I'm so glad you were on this morning. I'm so glad you were on this morning. In this shift, we're talking about rebuild. It is not about the ashes, for they tell us what was. It's about having a vision sufficient to understand that the tale that lies among the ashes stands ready to build the dream that will rise above the ashes. It is not about the ashes, for they tell a tale of what was. It's about having a vision sufficient to understand that the tale that lies among the ashes stands ready to build the dream that will rise above the ashes. It is not about the ashes. It is not about what was broken. It is not about what was lost, for they tell a tale for what was. It is about a vision sufficient to understand that the tale, that the broken pieces, that the ashes, that what was lost lies and stands ready to build the dream that will rise above all of that. Use what was broken to rebuild. Some things are useful. For it's not about the ashes, for they tell a tale of what was. It's about having a vision sufficient to understand the tale that lies among the ashes, stands ready to build the dream that will rise above the ashes. It is time to rise this morning. It is in this shift, it is time to rise this morning. It is time to rise above the broken pieces. It is time to rise above the ashes of what was. It is time to rise. It is time to rebuild. It is time to rebuild over the loss. It is time to rebuild over the shift and the changes. It is time to rebuild. What was what it was. It is time to rebuild. It is time to have hope. It is time to have vision. It is time to take the tools that you have to rebuild, 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 rebuild. It is time to move. It is time to change. It is time to move on. It is time to go down this uncharted path. It is time to go, yes, what was. Yes, be thankful for the journey that you had. Yes, but it is time now to rebuild. The path is open. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. Take the lessons you've learned and keep moving to uncharted paths and uncharted territories. Find a new path. Time to rebuild. If this message meant anything to you, click like and share to your social media platforms. This message hadn't hit home just yet, or maybe you need to listen to it again. Click like and share to your social media platforms anyway, because in this shift, it is time to rebuild. I don't care what it is. It's time to rebuild your practice, your business, your life, your relationships. It's okay to rebuild. It is okay to rebuild. Take care. God bless. See you next week and in this shift.